Black has started every single game to begin the 2025-26 regular season. He is 3-2 on the year, 3.03 goals against average, .877 save percentage. And for Wilkes-Barre Scranton, Philip Larson, his first taste of action in 2 weeks. Won on October 12th in Lehigh Valley, a 26 save effort on 27 shots for the second-year pro in the American Hockey League, that is, but he played in Sweden for 4 years at the professional level and played in Grand Rapids before that in the 2019-2020 campaign. Charlotte without Trevor Carricker, without Mitch Van de Sample, but they get Ludvig Jansson back into the lineup. Jansson starting on right defense, 2 points in 2 games for the rookie out of Stockholm, Sweden. Merrick Alscher on left defense, 3 points in 5 games. Nolan Foote, Mackenzie Entwistle, Ben Steeves up front for the starting forwards in front of Cooper Black. Wilkes-Barre Scranton goes with Raphael Harvey-Pinard, Joona Koppanen, Sam Poulin the forwards, Owen Pickering, Phil Kemp the defense, and Larson in between the pipes. Charlotte from left to right wearing red. They win the opening face-off. Jansson in front of the penalty box doors will rip it down the ice. Nolan Foote on the retrieval. In the far corner out of Denver, Colorado. Foote can't grab it. Wilkes-Barre Scranton heads north. Mackenzie Entwistle, a nice poke check, and then Foote able to steal at center 1-on-3. The Penguins able to score 1:28 into the game last night. That was Alex Alexeyev. His first goal of the season as Owen Pickering lays a hit on Ben Steeves, who's got the puck near goal line. Steeves corrals and kicks it to the corner. 33 seconds into the first period. Entwistle, Steeves, and now Tyler Mott, who's fresh off the bench to start this game. Mike Benning keeps it into the left point, directed across the rink. And Benning ramps back into his own zone. Number 2 in red, the third-year pro out of St. Albert, Alberta. Stretch pass for Tyler Mott, right wing side. Devine curls in the attacking zone. Jack Studnicka, tight angle shot. Larson makes the save. Devine hunts for it at the near side goal line. Kept in by Mikolas Havorka. Left side for Benning. His shot steered wide of the goal. Mott will ramp away from a check. In the trapezoid for Jack Studnicka. Left point for Benning. He fakes a shot, then lets it go. Blocked down in front. Mott for Studnicka, but it's directed away from danger by former checker Aidan McDonough. Studnicka rips it right back into the Wilkes-Barre Scranton end. 0-0 score, 1:23 into the first period. We're happy you've joined us on FloHockey, courtesy of AHL TV, as well as Mixler on the Charlotte Checkers Media Network. Ryan Graves sporting that face shield. He was cut by Studnicka last night. He flips the puck into the Checkers zone. Cole Krieger misses Colton Heward. And the Penguins on the attack after the steal. Avery Hayes rips it down the far side wing in the Charlotte defensive zone. Knocked into the air high. Whacked out by Krieger. But kept at the line, not out. Wilkes-Barre Scranton with the puck. Tristan Brose, 1 year at the University of Minnesota, then 2 at the University of Denver with Jack Devine and Mike Benning. Charlotte grabs the puck, rips it down the ice. Icing at 2:05 on the home team. Charlotte 2-1 at Bojangles Coliseum this season. And Cooper Black, who was 11-4-2 last year, goals against under 2. He was 18 of 22 last night against Wilkes-Barre Scranton. Face off to the right of Black, who's 6'8" out of Alpena, Michigan. Heward, who was a late addition in this game. Mitch Van de Sample out of the lineup. We'll get more from Checkers head coach Jordy Kinnear later on as Sandis Villimus. Ryan Pinto scores! Ryan Pinto's first as a Checker. 2:19 into the game. It's 1-0 Charlotte. Pinto scoring 25 goals last season with the Bridgeport Islanders. Solves Philip Larson after a great feed from Sandis Vilmanis. Down Broadway, 26 in red, makes it 1-0. And a little sigh of relief from the 8th-year pro out of North Andover, Massachusetts. The Checkers score first, and when they do, they are 3-0 this season. So it was Wilkes-Barre Scranton cashing in last night in the first 2 minutes. Charlotte just after the first 2 minutes expire. And a penalty upcoming in the offensive zone on Boko Imama as he upended Anton Lundmark. So Charlotte to the game's first power play. This power play presented by North Carolina Education Lottery Powerball Power Play upcoming for the home side. Imama, an alternate captain for Wilkes-Barre Scranton. Career AHL game number 338 for the 9th-year pro out of Montreal. But what a start to this game for Charlotte. Vilmanis to Pino. And it's 1-0 Checkers. Charlotte on a 5-on-4 advantage. They were 0 for 5, snapping a 4-game power play goal streak as a team. Studnicka at the near side dots against Sam Poulin. Wilkes-Barre Scranton's penalty kill, 7th best in the AHL. Charlotte quickly getting it off the near side post as that flutterer from the slot by Mott was directed by Steves, and Larson a little shaky to begin this one. Janssen on this first power play pushes it back for Jack Studnicka. Former Providence Bruin over the blue line for Steves, right circle for Janssen. Left half boards, Devine, a tap pass from Janssen to Studnicka in the right corner. Janssen, left side Devine, Charlotte at the top of the umbrella. Studnicka steps in to the goal line, pad save by Philip Larson as Mott was upended by Phil Kemp at the end of that shift. Wilkes-Barre Scranton tosses the puck down, 44 seconds into Imama's minor for tripping. Janssen, the smooth skater, had an assist on Friday against Iowa. Last Friday, that is. He did not play last night against the Penguins as Charlotte enters the zone offside at 3:32. But Brian Pino starting the scoring in this one. As the faceoff comes outside the Wilkes-Barre Scranton defensive zone in front of their bench. Puck dropped unfairly. We'll do it again and reset the clock. Pino's goal at 2:19, assisted by Sandis Vilmanis. One minute left on the power play for Charlotte. Power play presented by North Carolina Education Lottery. Pino on the faceoff, controlled though by the visitors. Graves swoops it down the ice. Black and his trapezoid to play it. Mike Benning with Nolan Foote, Pino, Vilmanis, Skoog as well. Pino down the right wing. Foote stops and starts. Up high for Vilmanis, left corner for Benning. Vilmanis, deep slot, a left-handed winger trying to get to it. He does. He fights it away from Hayes in the left wing half board. Sandis Vilmanis out of Latvia, left point for Benning. Charlotte up 1-0 on the power play for another 30 seconds. Vilmanis is open, right back for Benning, right circle. That handcuffed him a bit as Foote ranges to the outside. Charlotte looking to double their lead. It's Foote curling and dragging. Benning with room up top. Foote one-timer stopped by Larson, who dropped into the butterfly. Did not allow a rebound at 4:20. 13 seconds left in the minor to Imama. But Foote letting that shot go. It didn't appear that there was a red jersey in front of Larson, and that is what the Checkers are looking to do, penetrate the interior and stay at the edge of that blue paint and distract from these great goaltenders the Penguins possess. Larson 1-0 this year. We mentioned he hasn't played in about 13 days. Larson standing at 6'2", 194 pounds. The Penguins rip it around the boards, but it goes out of play off the glass, so no delay of game as Scooter Bricky, first time we've said his name this weekend. He did not play last night. He played 3 years at Ohio State, 2 years at Western Michigan University. Appeared in 29 contests with Wilkes-Barre Scranton last year. Studnicka on the faceoff. He wins it cleanly. Devine looking to steer back to Hovorka. He does, but too hot for him to handle. Charlotte goes 0 for 1 on the power play. Wilkes-Barre Scranton back to even strength. Devine tipping it in down the right wing side. Alexiev lifts it to the neutral zone. Studnicka jousting with 3 Penguins, one of them being Danton Heinen, who leads the American Hockey League in points with 11. He also leads the league in assists with 8. He had 3 points last night, a goal and 2 apples. And he's got the puck on a steal and a one-timer. Wisp past the glove of Black off the backboards, and Cooper will hold on to it. Shot 6 for Charlotte and 0 for Wilkes-Barre Scranton. That was close, an opportunity from Heinen looking to set up his man at the right side. The line of Gabe Clausen, Tristan Brose, and Avery Hayes deployed for Kirk McDonald's club. McDonald in his second year with Wilkes-Barre Scranton. Nick Luco and Brad Malone, the assistant coaches. As Heward out of the University of New Hampshire for Brett Chorsky making his weekend debut. His 4th game in the regular season. Look out, Hayes, a stuff attempt, stopped by Black, rebound, score! Tristan Brose at 5:13, he's knotted up the game at 1. First chance denied. And Brose, the second-year pro out of Minnesota, his 4th goal of the season. A little jam play from the near side goal line. Hayes was stopped. The bouncer flipped past the legs of Chorsky. Brose found the puck. 1-1 early here at the Coliseum. So Charlotte scores first. Wilkes-Barre Scranton responds. Brand new game. There's Owen Pickering. Floats the puck out to the center ice logo. Krieger pawed it down, but now Poulin's shot into the chest of Cooper Black as the second shot of the game going in for Wilkes-Barre Scranton. Only up on the board here, 1 shot, but of course, at first by Hayes was a really nice stop by Black. The rebound kicked out at the goal line. Charlotte was not able to grab that puck. Mackenzie Entwistle, one of the 2 alternate captains, joining Benning. As Trevor Carrick, the captain of this group, remains out with an upper body injury. Nearing his return, but not good enough to go tonight. As Chase Pietila shoots from the left point, goes into the glove of Black through traffic, but you see the stark contrast of offensive approaches with the Penguins just able to throw shots from the deep slot, from the points, from the corners. The Checkers have not been able to get those blocks. At the other end of the rink, Wilkes-Barre Scranton doing a great job of clearing the front of the net or blocking those as Pietila, again with another drive. This time it's off the pads of Black to the near corner. 1-1 score, Wilkes-Barre Scranton and Charlotte here on Saturday night in North Carolina. Entwistle and Janssen for Merrick Alsher. Alsher charges up the defensive zone, left wing side, intercepted by Ryan Graves. And moved back the other way as Janssen trying to change, and we may get too many men on the ice for Charlotte here at 5:54. We'll see if that was the call. A little bit of a sloppy change. We'll wait for the designation, but the Penguins seem to be deploying their power play group. Too many men on the ice is the call. 1-1 score. We're waiting for a player to serve. And it will be Jack Devine skating into the Charlotte penalty box. So the first on-time electrical penalty kill of the night for the Checkers. They were 5 of 6. Heinen scoring a power play goal in the second period last night. We'll see if Charlotte can extinguish this man advantage for the Penguins, who operate at 24%. Graves at the left wing, now to the goal line area. Billy Koivunen, who had 3 points last night, second in the American Hockey League in production. He ranges the top of the left circle, another goal line tipped wide of the net by Hayes. He'll swing it back to the left side, and Koivunen able to grab it. The second-year pro out of Finland. Koivunen for Hayes. Koivunen one-timer. Oh, he missed the left hand of Black, but wide of the goal. Graves at the right point, keeping it in on his offside. Alsher trying to wrap it out of the zone. He does with the help of Studnicka. 31 seconds into the too many men on the ice call as Koivunen enters the zone offside at 6:29. Face off at center ice. Mackenzie Entwistle. The Charlotte Checkers and the on-time electrical penalty kill, 1:20 on the too many men on the ice call. Currently being served by Jack Devine. Anybody can serve a bench minor. As Koivunen has some trouble, he'll set it back up in his own zone for Graves. A left-handed defenseman skating in his 700th pro game. American Hockey League and NHL. Aiden McDonough in the attacking zone for Wilkes-Barre Scranton. Koivunen for Heinen. Somehow got to Graves at the left point. Charlotte trying to sink in the slot. The shot from the right circle. Over the head of Black. Careening for Koivunen. Cross-ice pass for McDonough. In the slot for Heinen. Intercepted by Foot. Disposed of 200 feet down the ice. Larson leaves it for Pickering, the 21-year-old out of Manitoba. 2025 American Hockey League All-Star. Down the right wing as Clausen in the attacking zone for Wilkes-Barre Scranton. The shot from the left point by Poulin. Blocked to the far wing. Anton Lundmark can't clear. Lundmark did not play last night. A little bit of a heavier lineup for Charlotte in tonight. As Harvey Pinard for Pickering. With 10 seconds left in the man advantage. Poulin's open. Left pad save by Black. Rebound. He looks to cover it and does. As Colton Heward trying to find anybody in a white sweater. Clausen is his man, and the officials have to separate the two. Clausen jamming at the goal as well as Poulin. 6 seconds left in the on-time electrical penalty kill. 1-1 game. 12-11 to go in the first. As Cole Krieger got slashed from behind by Poulin as well. But I love that from Heward, standing up for his teammate. As he continues to get his feet wet in the American Hockey League. Played 3 games so far this season. He also played 3 at the end of last regular season for the Checkers, who get it out past the right point. So Charlotte is back to even strength. Black will play it in the trapezoid, 5-on-5. Havorka reverses for Jack Devine out of the penalty box. Devine snakes to the neutral zone, dribbles it down the right wing, and Larson flips it around the stanchions, kept in by Havorka right side. Havorka's shot wide of the net. Larson didn't have to make a save. The 6'6" Havorka again steers it on net. A deflection by Stadnicka, shouldered away by Larson. Really nice play by Stadnicka, searching for goal number 2 on the year. He scored in the season opener on the first shift in Springfield. Here's Devine right back in. Benning, he'll slide it around the boards. Jack Devine, who led the NCAA with 57 points last year. It's Janssen back at center. Devine at the end of a shift. Center ice logo. He looks to curl it away from number 10, Aaron Huglin, and does. As the Checkers in the attacking zone on the forecheck. Great skating from Rybus Ansons to beat Pinot. As the pace quickens between the Penguins and the Checkers. 9 minutes into period 1, a 1-1 score. Brian Pinot scoring for Charlotte. And Tristan Brose for Wilkes-Barre Scranton. Wilmer Skoog, Brian Pinot. They hack out of the zone with the help of Alsher. The Penguins right back on it at neutral ice. Imama will slide it around Alsher. On the retrieval is Janssen. His stick was lifted by Huglin. And Wilkes-Barre Scranton in the zone. Pietila dances off the right wing half boards. His shot blocked by Skoog. Kept in along the deep slot by Imama. He looks to try and set up his man. As Huglin did not get that pass, Vilmanis did. He's already got an assist tonight for Pinot, right wing side. Brian Pinot shoots, mass save, rebound for Vilmanis off the outside of the goal. As Larson got his left toe on that one too. Foot, reverse hit on Pietila, knocks his man down, left point. The shot coming in from Krieger never got to the net. A hard hit by Foot again in the corner. As Pietila pushed off the puck twice by Foot in that sequence. Heinen tangles through 2, one of them being Entwistle. Wilkes-Barre Scranton dumps it in. 9:55 left in the first. Krieger, the feed for Heward. Up the right wing side, Steves for Entwistle. Blue line, left wing side, Vilmanis. Entwistle on the backhand, swept aside by Pickering. Kept in the zone, Steves. And now Krieger. He puts it into an area along the right wing corner. Steves and Foot for Charlotte. In a 1-1 game, Foot at the near goal line, shoots off the side of the goal. Steves works it back left point for Heward on his offside. Left wing for Steves. His pass for Foot intercepted in the middle. And it's lifted down the ice by Heinen. Kemp with the good break up there. Everybody tries to catch their collective breaths, including us in the broadcast booth, that it's turned around the goal by Heward. Haven't seen too many whistles since that penalty for Wilkes-Barre Scranton. The power play expired for them. Charlotte 1 for 1. And the on-time electrical penalty kill. The Checkers with some trouble in their own zone. Anton Lundmark, a smooth skater, out to center. Here he goes, carving down the left wing. Lundmark taking his man wide. The pass for Benning in his skates. He directs it into the glove of Larson at 11-14, and we will step aside. Goals from either team, and it is 1-1 here at Bojangles Coliseum. You're listening and watching Charlotte Checkers Hockey on the Charlotte Checkers Media Network.
Fans, this is number 5, Trevor Kerr. We'll be right back with more Checkers hockey after this.
Sorry, Mom.
You could clean your car the hard way, or you could go to AutoBell Car Wash and choose the easy way. Pre-purchase your car wash, earn rewards, and skip the line with the AutoBell app. Choose easy. Choose AutoBell.
The Independence Fund, located in Charlotte, North Carolina, and a proud partner of the Charlotte Checkers, is committed to serving the warfighter community by providing innovative programs and services to support the physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual independence of our service members, combat veterans, their caregivers, families, and those allies who served in combat alongside our troops. To support this amazing organization and to learn how to be a hero for a hero, please go to www.independencefund.org.
Hey Checkers fans, this is Ben Steves, number 6. We're back with more Checkers hockey on the Charlotte Checkers Media Network.
8:46 left in period number 1. Cristiano Simonetta with you in the broadcast booth of Bojangles Coliseum, an Atlantic Division affair between the Checkers and the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins. Philip Larson has made 8 saves on 9 shots. Cooper Black 6 of 7. Goals from Brian Pino and Tristan Brose, number 26. For both teams, the lucky number tonight. Studnicka, Devine, Mott, Johnson, and Alsher. Alsher left point after the faceoff win. His shot ricochets off of Hayes. His stick is broken in half. The whistle comes at 11-17. We'll spotlight Avery Hayes, 3 goals in 6 games this year. Younger brother Gavin plays in Rockford. But 23 goals for Avery Hayes last year in Wilkes-Barre Scranton. In 60 games, that tied for most goals on the team. So for him to be healthy, be back in the lineup for another year, and the Penguins are loaded with offensive talent. They score the 3rd most goals in the American Hockey League, 4.2. The Checkers 10th at 3.4. Pino on the face-off to the right of Larson. He will get tossed. And Pino with a conversation for Brose as Skoog will step in. Wilmer Skoog will get the secondary assist on the goal scored by Pino, as it was Skoog who threw it up the left wing. That is not credited as of right now on the game sheet, but will be adjusted as so. It's Skoog in the far corner for Vilmanis. This line has been hot early. Alsher shot deflected wide of Larson. Johnson looks to angle down the near wing, kept in by Vilmanis. And Pietila with room to skate for Wilkes-Barre Scranton. A kick out for Brose. He couldn't get into the Charlotte defensive zone. Vilmanis one-on-one against Graves, looking to take him wide. Vilmanis loses his stick. Will still forecheck against Pietila, or rather Pietila, I should say, as Chase's pronunciation for Wilkes-Barre Scranton has evolved throughout his junior and pro career. Avery Hayes over the Charlotte blue line. Clausen shoots. Never got to Cooper Black. Steered away by Mike Benning. 7:57 left in the first period. Entwistle's pass picked off by Brose, who funnels it back into the Charlotte end. Both teams changing, but Benning with room to skate. Benning long stretch pass, hoping for Steves. Goes on goal, so no icing. Steves on Pickering. Puck is loose and stolen away by Entwistle. Good forecheck from Charlotte and a 1-1 score. Left wing, it'll be Benning moving downhill. He's lodged up against the corner boards with Huglin and Pickering. Foot steals it. He's had a sharp game so far. His pass for Havorka ricochets off the boards to him. Havorka right point. Shot suppressed for Steves near wing. It'll work against Pickering. Ben Steves 4 goals on the year, leads Charlotte. Havorka left point for Benning. He fakes it one more time. Lets it go, and Larson with a save as he was being pushed into the crease, as Foote was jousting in front. But that's what you want to see from Nolan Foote. 6'3", 201 pounds. Just getting underneath the skin of some Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins. We'll be back in 60 seconds. You are listening and watching Charlotte Checkers Hockey on the Charlotte Checkers Media Network.
To be the envy of the neighborhood. Get a fancy swimming pool?
Buy an expensive grill.
Be the house with power when everybody's dark.
That last one's a good one.
It's depend-worthy.
On-time electricals generators keep the lights on and your home safe.
Makes the neighbors jealous. Especially that hot shot with the nice lawn. Ooh, that guy drives me crazy.
Whatever your reason is, you know it's depend-worthy.
DependWorthyOnTimeElectrical.com.
Sorry, Mom.
You could clean your car the hard way, or you could go to your neighborhood Autobell car wash. Prepay with the Autobell app and relax while the Autobell team does all the work for you, inside and out. It couldn't be easier. We're fast, thorough, and you can earn My Autobell rewards for qualifying purchases. Choose easy. Choose Autobell. Download the Autobell app, earn rewards, and skip the line when you prepay for your wash.
Hey, Checkers fans, this is number 2, Michael Benning. We're back with more Checkers hockey on the Charlotte Checkers Media Network.
7:08 remaining in the opening stanza. Cristiano Simonetta with you on the Charlotte Checkers Media Network. A fun one brewing between the Checkers and the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins. A season series in 24-25, which saw Charlotte take 5 of the 8 meetings. 2-2 in this building. Studnicka against Danton. Heinen on the draw. Charlotte in the attacking end. Studnicka will try and win this right back. He does for Mott. His shot blocked, but the set play works to perfection. But the shot blocking from Wilkes-Barre Scranton again standing out. Bricky to the near wing. Havorka will keep it alive. He's had a sharp beginning to this one. Havorka had 3 assists last Friday against Iowa. Career high as Studnicka spins at the near goal line. Whistles it wide of Larson. Benning's pass picked off by Koivunen. Heinen, now McDonough charging down the right wing side. Heinen had the puck go between his legs. Graves throws it in delayed offside as Wilkes-Barre Scranton does not touch. Havorka for Devine. They'll slide through neutral ice over the attacking blue line. Into the far corner, Janssen on the forecheck. And now Alscher along the right wing, the 2 defensemen making good plays here. As Graves spirals out with it for Wilkes-Barre Scranton. Janssen got away with a little bit of a pick on Poulin. Alscher behind his own nets. Looking for Brett Chorsky, tipped up ahead by a sliding Hunter St. Martin. It's Chorsky over the blue line, right wing side. Brett Chorsky trying to slide it across for St. Martin. But that pass never got to him. St. Martin in his 2nd game as a pro. He signed a 3-year entry-level contract with the Florida Panthers in 2024 and rounded out his junior hockey career in Medicine Hat of the Western Hockey League. Won a championship with them last year. St. Martin debuted against Iowa on Friday, or rather Saturday. Bros and the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins over the blue line in the attacking zone. Pinot will steal. Cole Krieger was recalled from the ECHL Savannah Ghost Pirates earlier this week. Here comes Charlotte, 2-on-2. Krieger in stride, left wing. Krieger shoots right past Abe Larson. Rebound slapped away to the corner. And Skoog along the left point will move back out to the middle. Heward for Krieger. Now Vilmanis to wrap it around the boards. Larson plays it around. Vilmanis had a step towards the goal for a second, but then Clausen stripped him. Some sloppy play here as possession changes quickly. Clausen couldn't get it in deep for the Penguins. Nolan Foote steers it in with his backhand in behind Larson. Sets the table for Bricky. Steve steals left wing side. Charlotte in the attacking zone. Benning shoots. Larson found it through a screen at 15-20, a whistle. Nolan Foote has been active in this one. He scored his first goal of the season and first with the Checkers last week against Iowa. We'll step aside. 1-1 our score. 4:40 left in the first period. You are listening and watching Charlotte Checkers hockey on the Charlotte Checkers Media Network.
The Independence Fund, located in Charlotte, North Carolina, and a proud partner of the Charlotte Checkers, is committed to serving the warfighter community by providing innovative programs and services to support the physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual independence of our service members, combat veterans, their caregivers, families, and those allies who served in combat alongside our troops. To support this amazing organization and to learn how to be a hero for a hero, please go to www.independencefund.org.
It might be hiding in the basement, maybe in the back of a closet.
Is this going to be another joke about me?
It's really old.
Here it comes.
I'm talking about your panel box.
Really?
Really. That box with the breakers doesn't get much thought, but it's gotta be depend-worthy.
On Time Electrical wants you safe.
Let us check it out so you're sure it's working right.
Really? No joke about me?
Love you, Dad.
DependAworthyOnTimeElectrical.com.
Hey Checkers fans, this is number 18, Mackenzie Entwistle, and you're listening to Checkers Hockey on the Charlotte Checkers Media Network.
4:40 remaining in the first. A 1-1 game at Bojangles Coliseum. Cristiano Simonetta with you. Brian Pino has scored the lone goal for Charlotte. Kristen Brose lit the lamp for the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins. Mackenzie Entwistle centering the line of Nolan Foote and Ben Steeves. Foote will now join at the face-off dot. Hansons beats him, but Entwistle without his stick as the Penguins ice the puck. At 15:27, Entwistle still trying to get his first point of the year. Only played in 7 regular season games last season for the Checkers before suffering an injury that sidelined him all the way until deep in the 2025 Calder Cup playoffs. Entwistle on the draw against Hansons. In the attacking zone, Steeves curls it back for Alsher, left point. Now Steeves one-timer. He didn't get the most on it. That was a really nice play from Alsher and Steeves on the give and go. Foote and Alsher ramp it around the board. Steeves speeds to the corner against Pietola. Graves dangling away from Foote. The Penguins in the defensive zone. Graves snaking his way through, trying to hit Pietola. He's got it near side circle. Pietola looking across the seam, and what a play by Ben Steeves to get back and steal it away from Hughlin. Back up the other way are the Checkers, late on a shift. Entwistle forechecking. He moves Graves away. Puck is directed towards center ice. Haborka knocks it down, so no icing. Under 4 minutes to play in the first period. 1-1 game. Haborka. A little bit of a two-line pass for Mott. Tips it into the zone. Phil Kemp will get it for Wilkes-Barre Scranton. Mott steals. Pickering out for McDonough. And the Penguins exit, but Benning with the puck on his stick in the Charlotte defensive zone. Havorka, a hot pass. He received it from Stadnicka. Havorka hooked through center ice. Got it for Stadnicka, but he is offside. He didn't like it. At 16:38, he tried to drag his right skate, but the whistle came anyway. Face-off back at center ice. Hispanic Heritage Night here in Charlotte. Great initiatives going on in the pregame as well as throughout the night in the concourse. We'll have more on that as the game progresses. Mott on the face-off against Heinen. A long deliberation, and Mott steers it for Havorka. They'll play it around the boards. Larson. A little bit of a shoulder check, then throws it on his forehand, but Devine, first one to it. Lodge in the corner for Stadnicka. Heinen moving away from Stadnicka. Heinen a long stretch pass looking for Koivunen, and then it goes on goal. Black will play it. Really smart play from the second-year pro Cooper Black to keep it moving. Bending up the right wing half towards Stadnicka, trying to jam it to the neutral zone, and does. Havorka twirls back in his own zone for Devine. 2:44 left in the first. Charlotte looking to get to their game, but Wilkes-Barre Scranton, I mentioned, allowing 8 goals in 6 games headed into tonight. They conceded one more in period number 1. As Benning down the right wing twists it off the stick of Graves. Great hand-eye coordination, but a nice pick off by Benning. Benning, high slot, left wing side. Vilmanis settles the rolling puck, ramps it around the boards. Brian Pino. Pino steers the backhander, intercepted by the Penguins. Koponen for Poulin, right wing side, sends it on goal, and Black will stop it. At 17:50, that was close. Raphael Harvey Pinard with 4 points through 4 games was lurking. Harvey Pinard did not play last night. Game number 189 in the American Hockey League for the sixth-year pro out of Quebec. Face off to the left of Cooper Black. Mackenzie Entwistle. And the face off against Avery Hayes. Hayes directs it for Pietila, right point. His shot wide of Black off the backboards. Pickering and Hayes. They get the play going along the left wing hash marks. Nice pick off by Entwistle. Steves through center. 2-on-1 for Charlotte. Krieger, right wing side. Nolan Foot shoots, and a glove save by Larson. Along the near goal line, the rebound spit. Entwistle, right circle. Steves shoots, and that's off the stick of Pickering and into the netting. Really nice play from Cole Krieger to move the puck and move yourself. It was a 2-on-1 with Foot, and Foot denied by Larson. Couple of defensemen out for various reasons. Trevor Carrick, Mitch Vandesample, and Janssen coming back in after a lower body injury sidelined him. Chorsky on the face off the left of Larson. Kicked in the corners. Graves putting some elevation under it over the head of Janssen. Not far enough for icing though. Alsher. Janssen down the right wing. Kept in is Chorsky. Unable to get to the puck. Alsher good. Skating in his defensive zone. Former Portland Winterhawk. Up to the middle, off the stick of Hunter St. Martin. Larson off the backboards, almost gave it away to Lundmark. Anton Lundmark battling with Graves in behind the Wilkes-Barre Scranton net. But the Penguins so responsible as Clausen lifts it up the boards, but with enough backspin. Again, no icing. We're down to 66 seconds left in period one, a 1-1 game. Havorka at the left wing. His entry goes off of St. Martin, but a nice pass for Devine, right wing. Off the blocker, up into the air, and just trickling wide of the near side goalpost. A harmless shot from Devine, juggled by Larson, and now Charlotte in the attacking zone, looking for more. Tyler Mott, far side circle, cuts the inside off a skate. Benning, near wing, a chance for Havorka, who shoots. Stick save out of the air. Oh, and Stadnicka almost had a highlight reel goal. It may not have counted, but we kept play going. Huglin off the boards. Sputtering out to center. On his back and ramps it for Benning. 30 seconds left in the first. Here come the checkers. Left wing side, Devine. Jack Devine, nice move. Holds on to it, right wing. Devine shoots, penalty rebound. Oh, a secondary save by Larson on Stadnicka. Philip Larson dazzling early. Wilkes-Barre Scranton clears it in. Janssen settles at his own goal line. Under 10 seconds left in the first. One last rush for the checkers. Alsher over the center ice logo. 2-1, and that will do it. A 1-1 score. Philip Larson, two great saves to end the sequence. But before that, Devine with the shot that went up into the air, and Stadnicka, that would have been close to the crossbar. But Devine, smart shot off the pad, and then Stadnicka threw his head skyward. As Larson turned aside, the third chance of that shift. We'll be back with the first period intermission presented by Tar Heel Linen. After one, Brian Pino and Tristan Brose, goals for their team. You are listening and watching Charlotte Checkers Hockey on the Charlotte Checkers Media Network.
Providing a local
the Chima Challenge down here at center ice, and we have Matilda who is going head-to-head with Nate, and we are going to ask them some questions about the Charlotte Checkers and see which ones they can get right. And this is just like Chima. Orange means yes, and the black side side means no. And this is all for a free dinner, by the way. So first question, does Checkers forward Nolan Foote wear number 28? Yes or no? Number 28 for Nolan Foote. They both say yes. They are both right. He does wear 28. Okay, here we are all tied up right now. Next up, does Checkers forward Ben Steeves lead the team in goals? Does Ben Steeves lead the team in goals? Yes or no? They both say yes, and they are the real deal fans because he does. He has 4 goals on the season. They're all tied up, and this is for the free dinner. Do the Charlotte Checkers play the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins more than 8 times this season? Yes or no? They both say no, and that was a trick question. They play them exactly 8 times this season. They tied down here, but the good news is they're dating, so they can go have a free dinner together at Chima, everybody. And be sure when you visit Chima, you tell them you're a Checkers fan for $10 off your meal. That's our Chima challenge. Let's hear it for Matilda and Nate. They are true Checkers fans. Nice work. Up in here, you gotta put your hands up high if you want a t-shirt because it's time for the t-shirt toss, courtesy of our friends at Wilkes-Barre. Make some noise and let's see who wants a t-shirt. I want to see your hands up super high. You gotta make a lot of noise for us because we're only giving t-shirts to the most excited fans in the building. What about this side? Does this side want any t-shirts? We're coming for you over here. Happy birthday, by the way. I see you. Happy hands up, everybody. What do we got on this side? I have to say, I think a little bit louder. To give me a little bit more here. Not bad. We got a few more t-shirts to give out. This is all courtesy of our friends at Wilkes-Barre. And we love to see you all getting hype and making some noise. One more, and Chubby wants to know who wants it. Oh, everybody wants it. All right, Chubby, you got to give us somebody good here. Congratulations to our winners in our Wilkes-Barre t-shirt toss, everybody. Well, Twilight in Concert is coming to Ovens Auditorium. Set in an enchanting candlelit setting, Twilight in Concert offers a unique opportunity for audiences to relive the film that started in a cinematic live-to-film experience with a sensational live band. Musicians will take to the stage to perform the beloved film score in perfect synchronization with the original movie, presented in its entirety on a massive cinema screen. Join this magical atmosphere on November 4th for a truly romantic evening. You can purchase tickets today at Ticketmaster.com or the Bojangles Coliseum box office.
Well, if you can hear me, Checkers fans, get ready to take your game day experience to the next level. Introducing the newest addition to our game night excitement, the Fan Boney. Visit charlottecheckers.com to contact a ticket representative today or visit the ticket information table on the concourse outside section 107 for more information.
This is number 23, Jack Stanika. The second period is coming up next.
1-1 after one period here at Bojangles Coliseum in Charlotte, North Carolina. Cristiano Simonetta with you on the Charlotte Checkers Media Network. Brian Pino, his first goal of the season and first as a Checker, coming early in this one. 2 minutes and 19 seconds into the opening frame, assisted by Sandis Vilmanis and Wilmer Skoog now officially. Just a hair under 3 minutes later, though, Tristan Brose, his fourth of the year, assisted by Avery Hayes. And that is where we sit through the first 20 minutes. Both teams 0 for 1 on the power play. Charlotte 1 for 1 on the on-time electrical penalty kill. Second period presented by Dr. Pepper Zero Sugar. The only other thing best served on ice. It's a Pepper thing. Mackenzie Entwistle. The draw against Joona Koppanen. Wilkes-Barre Scranton from left to right, Charlotte from right to left. Koppanen wins the face-off past the stick of Owen Pickering, who gallops back into his own zone. Pickering around the boards. Misses the stick of Nolan Foote. Here one of the linesmen, he'll work it, and it's thrown behind the net. It's Entwistle. Steps on the puck. 20 seconds into the middle frame, presented by Dr. Pepper Zero Sugar. Janssen into the far corner. Back from injury for Entwistle through the middle. Foote has it poked away from him, but Entwistle in stride. Gallops the puck over the left wing hash marks. Pietila works it for Poulin. Off the boots of Koppanen. Soccered ahead by Devine. As Kemp and Devine crash right near our on-ice mic. You can hear the sights and sounds. Watching on FloHockey, presented by AHL TV of tonight's matchup. Philip Larson around the near goal line. Devine for Stanika off the near boards to himself and played under. And once again, jammed to the left point. Benning, can the Checkers get anything going offensively? Stanika against Kemp at the far wing. Stanika can't grab it though. As the seventh-year pro out of Windsor, Ontario, Jack Stanika for Tyler Mott. Long stretch pass goes off a body before it went towards Avorka, so no icing. A minute 30 into the second. Pietila, right wing side of the neutral zone. Wanted McDonough. Swept at by Vilmanis down the ice. Larson curls it for Pietila. Vilmanis, a shot over the right shoulder of Larson by Pino, looking for goal number 2. He hit the high glass. Skoog whips a shot. Off the boards as well. Vilmanis, arguably one of his best games of the year. Pino on the right circle hash marks. 1:52 into the second. 18:04 now. A good strip by Pino. Benning, his pass negated, but Skoog will reach it along the left wing. Homer Skoog, 5 points in 5 games this year. Shot, score! Colton Heward, his first a pro at 2:08. It's 2-1 Charlotte. And somebody grabbed that puck for the 24-year-old out of California. The shot from the right circle. And Heward gives Charlotte a 2-1 lead. Nice play in behind by Pino. He picks up the primary assist. And Heward, the reaction. Arms in the air. And a great spark in this second period. Heward out of the University of New Hampshire. He spent 4 years there. It's a 2-1 Charlotte lead. Alsher into the near goal line. Shorsky for St. Martin. He's stopped up right in front of the penalty box doors, and here come the Penguins, thrown to the slot, and Cooper Black will grab it. As Hayes pushes his man into the corner. That was Shorsky. Bit of a mismatch there as Janssen comes in to his aid. And St. Martin tying up a Penguin as well. A 2-1 lead. Colton Heward, his first as a professional. Great to see, as we didn't even know if he was going to play tonight. Mitch Van de Sample, a latest scratch. And for Heward, he did not score all of last year. 35 games at the University of New Hampshire, 10 assists. 3 games with Charlotte in the regular season, no goals. But 5 goals in his junior year at UNH. in 36 games, but none of that matters now. All that matters is his first as a Charlotte Checker in the American Hockey League. Lundmark leaves it for Janssen to center ice. Played in the neutral zone. Bricky throws it off of a stick and into the Checkers bench. Everybody all right, including backup goaltender Evan Cormier, who was recalled from the Savannah Ghost Pirates, as Wilmer Skoog, a secondary assist. 2 points for him, 2 points for Pino. Ryan Graves in the defensive end for Wilkes-Barre Scranton. Cole Krieger able to keep it in the left point. The Penguins had it stripped at center by Entwistle. Right back in over the blue line is Nolan Foote. Foote, cross-ice feed, wanting Steves, and chopped into the air by Ben. Right point for Heward, slams it across the dasher boards. It rides the stanchions. Entwistle along the left wing. Behind the net for Foote. He's got Steves in front. Went through his legs. Krieger shoots. Deflected off the left arm of Larson. Heward trying to work it back to the right point. He'll do so. And wind it for Foote. He'll leave it for Entwistle. Charlotte 2, Wilkes-Barre Scranton 1. Krieger left point. He played last season with the Ontario Reign. Now Entwistle's shot just missed the near crossbar. There's a long high hoister settling down on Krieger's stick. He fans on the pass, and he's run into by Hughlin. But Foote helps out his defenseman. Heward down the far side wing. It'll be tipped and on goal. Really nice play from Studnicka. No icing. As the Penguins trying to move right back in. Koponen for Poulin. The Penguins in the attacking zone. Koponen left point. Pickering will direct it around the outside of the goal. Krieger still out there. Trying to maneuver it. Instead, Pickering high slot. Fakes a shot. Lets it go. Right pad save by Cooper Black. Raphael Harvey-Pinard for Pickering. Great shift for the Penguins, trailing 2-1. Koponen in the trapezoid. He'll leave it for the left-handed Poulin, who swipes it to the goal line. Tyler Mott is there to steal. Devine throws it off the boards to himself, but then Koponen laps him, and Pickering runs into his teammate. Harvey-Pinard able to lash into the zone. Devine takes a hit from Poulin. Charlotte looking to break out. It's Studnicka. But offside is the call as McDonough touched at 4:42. As Pickering with that shot through bodies. And Black was there with the right leg. Pino at neutral ice against Heinen. Charlotte scored first in the game. Wilkes-Barre Scranton answered back, and now the Checkers the 2-1 lead here in the second period, presented by Dr. Pepper Zero Sugar. And the Checkers looking for more. It's Skoog in the slot. Pino one hand on his stick, but the play was dead as the whistle came for offside at 4:54. This middle period is presented by Dr. Pepper Zero Sugar. Dr. Pepper Zero Sugar, the other best thing on ice. It's a pepper thing. But this line of Skoog, Pino, Vilmanis, they're a fast group. They can play through contact. They've been as cohesive as the Checkers have been all weekend. We did not see that type of identity in last night's 4-0 loss. Shots are 20-12 in favor of Charlotte. They had 25 in all of last night's contest. Sergei Murashov with the shutout on that night. Larson unable to duplicate that effort as the Checkers ice the puck at 5-11. Wilmer Skoog, 2 goals, 5 assists through 5+ games, 7 points. He now leads the Checkers as he passed Jack Devine with that secondary assist. The Penguins looking to tie the score, though. Graves for Koivunen. Koivunen 3 points in last night's game. And now Graves left side into the glove of Cooper Black as Ryan Graves teed one up at 5:22. But behind the play, Koivunen got high sticked. And Benning and Pietila have to be separated at the Checkers blue line. So Benning to the box. We'll see if it's 2 or 4. Charlotte to another on-time electrical penalty kill. High sticking is the call on Benning, 2 minutes. And for Mike Benning, unfortunately racking up the minor penalties so far this season. And that's something that we talked to Checkers head coach Jordy Kinnear about post-game last night. Penalties you need to get away from. You can't be putting yourself on the penalty kill against a great team, whether it's Wilkes-Barre, Scranton, whether it's any team in the American Hockey League for that matter. And the Penguins quickly, Bros is one-timer denied by the shin pads of Tyler Mott, who disposes of the puck. As Benning 3 minor penalties in his last 3+ games. The Checkers on the on-time electrical penalty kill. Bros, who scored at even strength in the first. Over the blue line, it's offside as Poulin gloved it down. A break 20 seconds into Charlotte's penalty kill. Face off back at neutral territory. And slammed down the ice by the Checkers. Hovorka, Alsher, Mott, and Studnicka. The Penguins coming into tonight's game. 24% on the power play. 11th best in the American Hockey League. The Checkers penalty kill, 81.8. 16th best in the league. Pickering, the left-handed defenseman, along the left side for Poulin. Across the seam, jammed at by Clausen. Mott and Studnicka can't get it out of the zone. Then Clausen with some hesitation throws it off the head of Alsher. Look out! It sputters near the goal line. And Hovorka able to find it as Alsher had to fight that off. That was cleared from the left side. A minute to go in the on-time electrical penalty kill. Larson, look out, it's between his legs and taken away by Graves as Entwistle looking for his first goal of the year. Right side Avery Hayes in the attacking zone for Wilkes-Barre Scranton. Danton Heinen, a great stick handler to the left point for Graves. Heinen had a power play goal in the second period last night for Ville Koivunen. Nice check by Colton Heward. Cole Krieger finds it, can't get it out of the zone. Near side McDonough. McDonough forced wide. Graves, left side Koivunen, he's got room to shoot. Nice play by Heward to cut that down. In the slot, it's Heinen. To the near goal line, McDonough trying to burn his old mates. Graves, right point, blocker save by Black. Left toe save on the rebound, somehow stayed out as it's swept in the near wing and thrown down by Foot, who takes a hit from Graves. 5 seconds left in the tripping minor, or should say high sticking minor to Mike Benning. Benning is out. The Checkers 2 for 2 on the on-time electrical penalty kill. Koivunen over the blue line with the help of Ansons. Taken away by Janssen. Ludwig Janssen to center. Bad change by Wilkes-Barre Scranton. Oh, but a poke check disrupted a possible 2-on-1 for Charlotte as Benning loops it back into the attacking zone. 12:20 left in the second period. A steal off the bench. Vilmanis or Pino. Oh, he winded that one wide with a one-timer. But Vilmanis and Pino have been great. Skoog, too. He's got 2 points. Skoog, a flutterer off the blocker of Larson. But a hectic sequence for the Checkers as they're going to be able to get to it in the far corner of the attacking zone. Vilmanis winds his way past his man. Vilmanis in the corner looking for support. Alexiev right on him. A pass across was knocked away by Imama. And Benning to his own blue line. Wilkes-Barre Scranton able to change some forwards, and now they're going to be able to change everybody if they want until Brett Chorsky negates the icing. Chorsky held up in the far side by Bricky. Stabbed at by Hovorka, thrown out by Kopanen. Imama's 1-on-2. He'll just want to gain the red line and tip it in. Benning winds it up to center. Chorsky, 6'7". As the center who played 4 years collegiately, 2 at Colorado College, 2 at Colgate. Hovorka at center ice. Look out, 2-on-1. Bros far side circle. Thrown to the slot. A backhander. Stopped by Black. In the crease. He somehow kept it out of the goal line. Clausen with the first chance. I do not believe it. Cooper Black swimming in the blue paint. And he preserves a 2-1 lead. Clausen forehand, backhand, stick save by Black, and then the rebound by Bros. Black got over and made the save. 8:50 into the second period. We'll step aside. Charlotte 2, Wilkes-Barre Scranton 1.
Things you can do to be the envy of the neighborhood.
Get a fancy swimming pool?
Buy an expensive grill.
Be the house with power when everybody's dark.
That last one's a good one.
It's depend-worthy.
On-time electricals generators keep the lights on and your home safe.
Makes the neighbors jealous. Especially that hot shot with the nice lawn. Ooh, that guy drives me crazy.
Whatever your reason is, you know it's depend-worthy.
DependWorthyOnTimeElectrical.com.
Sorry, Mom.
You could clean your car the hard way, or you could go to your neighborhood AutoBell car wash. Prepay with the AutoBell app and relax while the AutoBell team does all the work for you, inside and out. It couldn't be easier. We're fast, thorough, and you can earn my AutoBell rewards for qualifying purchases. Choose easy. Choose AutoBell. Download the AutoBell app, earn rewards, and skip the line when you prepay for your wash.
Hey, Checkers fans, this is number 2, Michael Benning. We're back with more Checkers hockey on the Charlotte Checkers Media Network.
11:10 left in the second period. Hispanic Heritage Night here at Bojangles Coliseum. Cristiano Simonetta with you. Colton Eward, his first pro goal, coming at 2:02 of period 2, assisted by Brian Pino, Wilmer Skoog, and Cooper Black. The save of the night on Tristan Bros. That could be the AHL save of the week. There's Alsher in the near goal line. Wilkes-Barre Scranton in the offensive zone at 5-on-5. Graves off the half boards, tipped by Clausen, who did not play last night. Clausen, the 22-year-old, who appeared with Merrick Alsher with the Portland Winterhawks. Here's Graves, his shot tipped on net, and Black able to fight that one off. Clausen in his kitchen at 9:09. You love to see Cooper Black, his aggressiveness, fighting through screens, and limiting those rebound chances. Of course, there was a little bit of chaos on the last play before the first media timeout of the second period. Second period presented by Dr. Pepper Zero Sugar. The Penguins again left point. Graves' shot goes wide of the goal. Mott has lost his stick. Luckily, the Checkers defense has it. Janssen through center. Ooh, Studnicka was hit, and look out, Alsher is going right over to Hayes, as is Devine, as Studnicka has lost his glove, his stick, and he is down. Looked like a little bit of a knee-on-knee there, as Hayes, with his helmet ripped off, is being forced to the penalty box, and Studnicka is hurt. Studnicka carved through the middle, and it looked like the right leg of Hayes took out the right leg of Studnicka, as Devine will head into the penalty box, and he has some words for Hayes, and that's putting it mildly. Studnicka cannot put any weight on his right leg. Being helped off by his teammate Tyler Mott. And Checkers head athletic trainer Zach Casanelli. But a really tough sight. Studnicka now putting weight on his right skate, but not pushing with it. And I would not be surprised if this is a 5-minute major. But for right now, Hayes is in the box with 10:37 to go in the second. A 2-1 Charlotte lead. And Hayes, his night is going to be done. "5 minutes up on the board for 85 White. a player who was tied for the team lead in goals last season for Wilkes-Barre Scranton. And Jack Devine did what any good teammate does. Alsher and Devine both charged at Hayes and got a piece of him. The tough part is that's going to negate 2 minutes of this 5-minute non-releasable major power play for Charlotte. 2-1 Checkers lead. And 4-on-4. At least that's what we're thinking right now. And Kirk McDonald is at the front of his bench talking with the officials. And we still have not gotten a second look here in Charlotte of that hit by Hayes on Studnicka, but Studnicka in clear pain, and he left. 10:37 remaining in the second period. That's never a good sign. When Studnicka throws off his gloves, his stick. There's a really nice play from Janssen to Studnicka through center with a tap play. And then, yeah, that's a wild right leg from Hayes on Studnicka, as Devine had a really nice setup to him. But it's a play that can't be made. This game is as fast as they come. But Studnicka was deking around Hayes, and you didn't get him with the shoulder, didn't get him with an elbow even. He got him knee on knee. As we'll monitor Jack Studnicka's status as this game progresses. 1 goal, 3 assists in 5+ games. Studnicka playing last year with the Ontario Reign. 45 points in all 72 games, did not miss a game. He's a guy who's dependable and was brought into this organization to play a huge role. 4-on-4 here in Charlotte. 1:45 before the Checkers will have a major power play for 3 minutes, unless there are other penalties. Nice hit on the near side by Foote. Comes away with it. Oh, and Mott with the shot was blocked, but now it'll be an interference minor. And Foote can't believe it. So out of all this, Foote's going to be in the penalty box. 2 minutes interference at 9:50. I don't think anybody had that on their bingo card after Charlotte was going to be put on a 5-minute major power play. It's going to be a 4-on-3 man advantage for the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins, who are trailing 2-1. Foote and Devine in the box for Charlotte. Hayes has been kicked out of the game. And the Penguins in the offensive zone. It's an on-time electrical penalty kill for the Checkers, and a huge one. Here's Koivunen, left circle across for Heinen. He scores and ties the game. Danton Heinen, 10:03 into the second. Foote comes out of the box. 12 seconds into the 4-on-3. And I believe Devine is actually going to be able to come out first, not Foote. As Koivunen to Heinen, I mean, that duo has been doing it the entire season. Heinen, his 4th goal of the year. And Foote's got to be careful. You still have half the game left. But Devine now eligible to return as Koivunen, a cross-ice pass. Heinen made no mistake. And Danton Heinen now a 6-game point streak. Has turned into a 7-game point streak. Alexeyev drops it on back. Pickering will wander into the Checkers defensive zone. Benning for Cole Krieger. Krieger stops up. Plenty of open ice here now. Benning loses it. Oh, and a chance, but Krieger was able to tap it from Bros. Jack Devine, 4-on-4. Charlotte and Wilkes-Barre Scranton. Two teams that qualified for the postseason of the Atlantic Division last year. Charlotte 2 wins away from capturing their second Calder Cup in franchise history. The Penguins were 4th in the Atlantic last year. Charlotte 2nd. Look out, Pinot has to stop the rolling puck. Out through center, it's Devine trying to fork it away from Koivunen. It's 4-on-4 for 55 seconds. So the Checkers are going to get, hopefully, a major power play out of this, at least for some time. As the hit from Hayes on Stadnicka. We're still waiting for the official designation on the game sheet. But the Checkers and Penguins tied at 2 apiece. Vilmanis in the defensive zone, now driving through neutral territory, carves the inside. To the deep slot now right wing. Vilmanis stripped by Heinen. And Danton Heinen will stop and start in the second-year pro Vilmanis. And whip it across for Phil Kemp through the middle. Nice play by Hunter St. Martin, who feeds Alsher. Charlotte with some momentum. Janssen over the blue line near side. Ludwig Janssen thrown into the stanchion by Kemp. And a quick up for Poulin. He turned it over as the Checkers able to get to it with Alsher. So now Charlotte on a 5-on-4 for 2 minutes and 28 seconds. Non-releasable. Here's Steeves for Janssen right wing side. Steeves into the right goal line, needs some help, plays it for Devine off the bench. He settles it down. Jack Devine, Nolan Foote. He shoots, deflected into the netting at 12-10, and you can see and feel that Nolan Foote is incredibly frustrated after an interference call on a 4-on-4, sending Wilkes-Barre Scranton to a 4-on-3. And Danton Heinen capitalized 12 seconds into that power play. 2-2 game. And I didn't see a lot from Foote on that interference call. I thought the puck was there and available. He laid a legal check in my mind, but there's a reason why I'm not wearing the stripes. Devine wins it cleanly along the right side for Janssen. Foote, the left circle. Janssen had it slip through his blade. 2:05 to go on the major penalty. Janssen right wing for Foote, pushed back out by Owen Pickering. Avery Hayes has been ejected from this game. Steeves around the boards for Foote. He lets it go. Hunter St. Martin in Stadnicka's place on this power play group, but he whips it to an open side. Miscommunication with Janssen. Devine whirls back into his own zone. 1:40 to go on the 5-on-4. Charlotte can score as many goals as they want in this sequence because of the major penalty. Vilmanis right point. Benning, now Steeves. The puck explodes on him. And Wilkes-Barre Scranton, who had 4 short-handed breakaways last night, almost with another one there. Here's Devine waiting for Benning. Benning over the blue line right wing. It's Skoog setting up shop. Now Benning, Vilmanis left point, 1:12 to go on the major power play. Benning shoots through traffic, and it's thrown down the ice by the Penguins. Good block in front by Graves. But Charlotte without a shot on goal throughout the 5-on-4 to this point. Vilmanis knifes through center, chips it off the boards to himself, stops along the near goal line, away from Kemp. And Pinot forks it right wing for Tyler Mott. Benning loads and fires in a glove save by Larson. And Graves trying to wheel it out of the zone. This goes by Mott, stays in play. And Black will venture to stop it up for Benning with 6:12 left in the second. Benning for Entwistle at his own blue line. 6:04 to go in the middle period. Entwistle for Foote. He's stopped up by Pietila in behind the net. Koponen can't get it out. Great keep in by Heward, who scored earlier in this period. The drive from Alsher. Mass save by Larson. The rebound sputters for Koponen, who clears. But Larson fighting that one off with the face mask. And Alsher with 5 seconds left in the power play left wing. Anton Lundmark through center. Lundmark end-to-end right wing side. He shoots. Pad save Larson. Foote along the left wing. 5-on-5. 2-2 score. 5:30 left in the second period. Foote, Lundmark, and Entwistle. And a hit in the far side kept in by Lundmark. Nice play as Heward wandered downhill on the pinch. Charlotte has to be mindful of the quick up from the Penguins. Poulin at neutral ice. Sam Poulin hits the blue line, left wing, trying to feed it through the slot. Clausen was his intended target. Cole Krieger ranges back behind his own nets. Up the ice for Chorsky. And Hunter St. Martin tossing it up ahead. This is not going to be icing. Ryan Graves and the Penguins in their own zone. Hard hit by St. Martin. Stolen by Cole Krieger, left wing. Krieger in front for Martin. And now Chorsky to the far side. Devine off the board. Pad save. St. Martin fishing for his first AHL goal. Couldn't find it. Hunter St. Martin right in the front there. And he has to get back against Boko Imama, who clears it in deep. Hovorka around the boards. Stopped up by the referee. Imama for Pickering, who looks to dart along the blue line and keep the puck in. Krieger has his stick held by Clausen. Then a hard hit from behind by Hovorka. That's going to draw a penalty. And Hovorka, look out. As Imama got pushed from behind. Hovorka will go at 15:45. Charlotte shooting themselves in the foot a little bit here. Seemed like the play was under control. It's going to be a minor on Hovorka. We'll be back in 60 seconds to talk more as the Checkers 2, Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins 2. You're listening and watching Charlotte Checkers Hockey on the Charlotte Checkers Media Network.
The Independence Fund, located in Charlotte, North Carolina, and a proud partner of the Charlotte Checkers, is committed to serving the warfighter community by providing innovative programs and services to support the physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual independence of our service members, combat veterans, their caregivers, families, and those allies who served in combat alongside our troops. To support this amazing organization and to learn how to be a hero for a hero, please go to www.independencefund.org.
It might be hiding in the basement, maybe in the back of a closet.
Is this going to be another joke about me?
It's really old.
Here it comes.
I'm talking about your panel box.
Really?
Really. That box with the breakers doesn't get much thought, but it's gotta be depend-worthy.
On Time Electrical wants you safe.
Let us check it out so you're sure it's working right.
Really? No joke about me?
Love you, Dad.
DependAworthyOnTimeElectrical.com.
Hey Checkers fans, this is number 18, Mackenzie Entwistle, and you're listening to Checkers Hockey on the Charlotte Checkers Media Network.
4:15 remaining in period number 2. Cristiano Simonetta with you at Bojangles Coliseum. The Charlotte Checkers 2, the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins 2. A lot has happened in this middle frame. It was Colton Heward, his first goal in the American Hockey League at 2:02. And then Avery Hayes, a game misconduct for kneeing at 9:23 against Jack Studnicka, who we have not seen return since. But then a couple of penalties on Charlotte. It was a 4-on-3 for Wilkes-Barre Scranton. They scored quickly. Danton Heinen with the goal there as Bros on the 5-on-4 to start this sequence for Koivunen in the far side. So the Penguins trying to grab their first lead of the game. The shot glove down by Black. And now some pushing and shoving. McDonough and Heward, former teammates last season briefly, but teammates. They did not play together for the Checkers, but were on the roster at the same time. Graves with that shot, glove down by Black. But again, I've loved Colton Heward's game. Standing up for his group. He's engaged offensively. Not just the goal that he scored earlier in this period. You can sense that he's feeling more confident with the puck on his stick. His 4th game of the season. 7th with the Checkers after turning pro following his senior year at the University of New Hampshire. Tyler Mott wins the shorthanded faceoff. Heward for Alsher and ripped down the boards. Another edition of the on-time electrical penalty kill. 93 seconds left on Nicholas Hovorka's minor for boarding at 15:46. It's Graves. He'll drop it on back for Koivunen, who had the assist on Heinen's goal. Right wing side for McDonough. Into the near goal line. Chorsky lost it. Bros shoots and a left pad save by Black. Right circle for Graves. He fires. And Alsher down there. Koivunen across the seam. Oh, right pad save by Black. His foot negated that seam pass, but it's still ricocheted on goal. Kept in by Bros. Bros and Graves for Koivunen near side half boards. 2-2 score. 3:17 left in the second. A minute left on the power play for the Penguins. Graves. Left side for Bros. Foot trying to reach it. In the left corner, it's Heinen. Now McDonough, blind pass, blocked, and thrown across the near side circle. Chorsky does not have a stick. It's Graves, a 5-on-4, basically a 5-on-3 is Chorsky without the proper equipment. It's Allshirt trying to get back defensively. A pass in front, somehow kept out by Cooper Black along the far side goal line. Black swimming in the crease as he looks to get back up to his feet. Koivunen left point for Wilkes-Barre Scranton. 30 seconds left on the power play. Heinen for Koivunen. Both teams tired in this sequence, but Heinen across. What a kick save by Jaworski! It's sent down the ice by Nolan Foote. Jaworski with the skates, knocking away a seam pass, and the crowd at Bojangles Coliseum loves it. Here's Gabe Clausen for Wilkes-Barre Scranton, trying to go coast to coast. Wanded away. Tyler Mott 1-on-2 through center. Pushed back by Pickering. And Pickering trying to scoop it to the weak side defenseman, Chase Pietila. Clausen off the skates of Benning. They can't enter the zone. The puck goes into the Wilkes-Barre Scranton bench at 17:54. The pace picking up, the tension picking up between these two Atlantic Division rivals. We'll step aside. Even strength as the Checkers killing off the on-time electrical penalty kill. You are listening and watching Charlotte Checkers Hockey on the Charlotte Checkers Media Network.
Checkers fans, this is number 5, Trevor Kerr. We'll be right back with more Checkers Hockey after this.
Sorry, Mom.
You could clean your car the hard way, or you could go to AutoBell Car Wash and choose the easy way. Pre-purchase your car wash, earn rewards, and skip the line with the AutoBell app. Choose easy. Choose AutoBell.
The Independence Fund, located in Charlotte, North Carolina, and a proud partner of the Charlotte Checkers, is committed to serving the warfighter community by providing innovative programs and services to support the physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual independence of our service members, combat veterans, their caregivers, families, and those allies who served in combat alongside our troops. To support this amazing organization and to learn how to be a hero for a hero, please go to www.independencefund.org.
Hey Checkers fans, this is Ben Steves, number 6. We're back with more Checkers Hockey on the Charlotte Checkers Media Network.
2:06 remaining in the second period. A 2-2 game here at Bojangles Coliseum. Cristiano Simonetta with you. As the Checkers and Penguins deadlocked at 2 apiece. Shots are 25-21 in favor of Charlotte. Entwistle, Foote, and Steves the trio as Cole Krieger's stick gets slashed in half by Aaron Hugelin. Hugelin will go to the box for slashing at 18:02, so the Checkers with a glorious opportunity to retake the lead. A penalty-filled second period, and that's putting it very mildly, as we only saw 4 minutes of penalties in the first, and since we've seen 29. North Carolina Education Lottery Powerball power play in a 2-2 score. Can the Checkers cash in? Won by Pinot, right point for Benning. Mike Benning in the high slot shoots, and that was patted away by Larson. Pinot on the far side. Kopanen can't clear. Kemp will do the job for Wilkes-Barre Scranton. This penalty will carry into the intermission if the Checkers do not score. Here's Foote. He's due. He'll carve his way through neutral ice. Skoog with 2 assists in the game for Nolan Foote. He's 1-on-2 in the corner. And the Penguins able to clear it down the ice. Not a lot of support from Charlotte in that sequence. Benning back in his defensive zone for Sandis Vilmanis. Vilmanis down the right wing, and the play is offside. Not the first 43 seconds of a power play in a 2-2 game that you're envisioning, but there's still plenty of time for Charlotte to turn the page, go a little more simple, and just get pucks to Philip Larson. And a lot of rebounds for the Checkers. And Larson has stood tall. 23 of 25 so far in his second appearance of the 25-26 season. Here's Devine with the near side wing. Tyler Mott off the half boards. The former Detroit Red Wing for Janssen. He shoots, tipped on goal, and saved by Larson as a stick came flying into the air right before that play. It was Ansons And we'll see. A penalty is coming to Hunter St. Martin with 52.4 left in the second. So there goes the Powerball power play. We'll have 4-on-4. Interference to call on St. Martin for lifting Ansun's stick out of the air. We've called that a yard sale in games past. That term, of course, coming from lacrosse, because you're allowed to slash in the sport of lacrosse as hard as you want. You can lift the guy's stick no matter if the ball's in play. So we call that a yard sale, if you ever heard that term. And that was the case there, as Ansun's stick loose about 30 feet in the air. But it was done in an illegal fashion in the sport of hockey as St. Martin to the box. A shot from the line off the stick of Cooper Black. It came from Alex Alexeyev. Tyler Mott in the 4-on-4 for Alsher. And the Checkers score before the end of 40 minutes. Pass from Alsher to the right side. It's Devine. Checkers without Jack Studnicka, who left the game midway through the second period. A knee-on-knee hit by Avery Hayes on Studnicka. Hayes has been ejected for kneeing, a game misconduct. As Koivunen steals it away from Devine, but it's poked out beautifully by Alsher, and now Tyler Mott dips the shoulder against Owen Pickering. Mott for Devine. He snapped off a shot wide of the goal. 10 seconds left in the second period. Devine with a slash of his own. His own stick broke. There was no call on the play, and then Devine goes after Pickering. Koivunen into the zone, and that will do it. 40 minutes are done, but the tensions and bad blood continue to increase. 2-2 score after 40 minutes. We'll be right back with the second intermission report presented by Tar Heel Linen. You are listening and watching Charlotte Checkers Hockey on the Charlotte Checkers Media Network.
Checkers fans, this is
You could clean your car the hard way, or you could go to AutoBell Car Wash and choose the easy way. Pre-purchase your car wash, earn rewards, and skip the line with the AutoBell app. Choose easy. Choose AutoBell.
The Independence Fund, located in Charlotte, North Carolina, and a proud partner of the Charlotte Checkers, is committed to serving the warfighter community by providing innovative programs and services to support the physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual independence of our service members, combat veterans, their caregivers, families, and those allies who served in combat alongside our troops. To support this amazing organization and to learn how to be a hero for a hero, please go to www.independencefund.org.
Hey Checkers fans, this is Ben Steves, number 6. We're back with more Checkers hockey on the Charlotte Checkers Media Network.
Welcome back for the second intermission. Report presented by Tar Heel Linen. 2-2 game here at Bojangles Coliseum. Cristiano Simonetta up in the broadcast booth, joined by a very special guest from Compare Foods on Hispanic Heritage Night, QC Javi in the broadcast booth. Javi, how are you doing? You said you were a little bit nervous before jumping in, but let's have a great time. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing great. I'm having a blast. I think Hispanic Heritage Night here at Bojangles Coliseum has been spectacular. It's a tight game. It's a tight game overall, but listen, I'm just happy the Checkers are scoring and we're keeping it close.
Yeah, very close game, a very fun game, of course, Hispanic Heritage Night. We just mentioned it, presented by Compare Foods. What does it mean to compare foods to yourself, to be a part of this night and with so many great initiatives going on?
Well, you know, it's really important to be able to bring the community into different sports aspects and just everything that's going on in the city, and being able to commit to the vision of Compare Foods and just everything that we're doing with the community. And hockey is just such a different type of sport that it's good that we're able to share with across all the fans of the Charlotte Checkers and everything that's going on, and just spice it up a little bit.
Well, you mentioned the word unique, and Compare Foods, those stores are very unique. You got to tell me, especially for me, who's only 2 months into this city and being a part of this team, if you wanted to describe Compare Foods and just get the message out there about who they are, even though I know they've got a great impact in this community, give me your sales pitch, give me the full rundown of Compare Foods and how you've been involved with them.
Yeah, so Compare Foods has 8 locations here in Charlotte and 1 in Concord, and it's in an international food store that has everything that you can think of. No matter if you're Latino, if you're from the Caribbean, if you're from Europe, they have everything that you need to be able to keep up with your natural habits. And what I do with Compare Foods is just make it fun, make it interesting, make it exciting, and with everything they do related to sports and just the community foundation, I try to make it fun. So that's what I stay up to.
And this isn't the first year that you guys have been doing this. The second year that Hispanic Heritage Night has been presented by Compare Foods. What made you guys want to continue to commit to the Charlotte Checkers and for the Checkers to commit to you guys and make this a really fun night?
Listen, Compare Foods' mission is not only to be the best international store here in the community, but also to connect the Latino community into a sport that is not necessarily the first option, right? We want to be able to grow just the experiences so that the Latino community and the international community can enjoy different sporting events. Obviously, hockey is one of those sports that's very exciting, that allows people to really feel part of what's happening, and just the action just keeps everybody exciting. You hear the drums, you hear the excitement, and Compare Foods wants to be there to be able to spread the joy around.
And that's what we're doing right now up in the broadcast booth. If you're just tuning in, Cristiano Simonetta with you, QC Javi alongside from Compare Foods. And you mentioned the words community and like culture. How much does food play into your culture? Myself, as an Italian American, being able to cook, being able to express love through that way, but how much does food play into that culture and what makes you proud, whether it's in your home or at Compare Foods?
So that's the main purpose of Compare Foods, and that's why it's really important to be able to embrace that it's an international market and not just a Latino market, because we're able to see Italians, we're able to see African-American people, Caribbean people, European people, Latinos there doing their regular shopping and still being able to find the foods that they need so that they can make the traditional dishes.
What are some of your favorite dishes? Now I'm going to put you on the spot.
Definitely. So I'm Mexican, so being able to find the right tortillas, being able to find the right meats, which are always fresh, so that I can make the perfect tacos, the perfect birria tacos. I don't know if you've had those, but birria right now is super popular, and I find all the best ingredients at Compare Foods.
Love that. QC Javi, we're here. One last question for you. It's a 2-2 game headed into the third period. What's your prediction for the third period? What do you think it's going to be?
So, look, I'm excited, and I've been keeping up with the scoring and how the game is going. I'd like to say the Checkers win 4-3.
Love that. QC Javi, a rock star from Compare Foods. Check out all of their locations, 9 around the community. QC Javi, thank you so much for joining me. This was a lot of fun.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate the invite, and vamos Checkers.
Vamos Checkers indeed. We are listening and watching Charlotte Checkers Hockey presented by the Charlotte Checkers Media Network.
Hey, Checkers fans. This is number 31, Cooper Black. The third period is coming up next.
Cooper Black leading us back in for the third period, both on the broadcast on the Charlotte Checkers Media Network and onto the ice at Bojangles Coliseum. Black 19 of 21 in a 2-2 game. The Checkers and the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins just want to thank QC Hobby and everybody at Compare Foods for making this another very, very special Hispanic Heritage Nights. The second year Compare Foods has been such a huge part of what we've done here in the Queen City. As a 2-2 game rolls along. Second period highlights presented by Tar Heel Linen. Wilmer Skoog to Brian Pino to Colton Heward at the right circle. 2:08 into period number 2. Heward's first goal as a pro. As the shot beat Larson along the glove side. Owen Pickering, a couple of chances. Cooper Black, a couple of big saves. None bigger than the chance from Tristan Brose. But before that, what a shot by Danton Heinen off the setup from Billy Koivunen. Then Steves has been aggressive on the forecheck. That last hit on Ansons. Brett Chorsky for Devine. Hunter St. Martin looking for it. Black with the stop on Graves. Well, how about that stop from Black on Hayden McDonough? What Wilkes-Barre Scranton has done so well is that they've thrown pucks into the slot quickly. Touch passes around the circles, around the crease. As the Checkers are going to go on the on-time electrical penalty kill in 2 seconds. So 2 seconds of 4-on-4 in a 2-2 game to begin period number 3. The third period is presented by Piedmont Natural Gas. Charlotte from left to right wearing red uniforms. Wilkes-Barre Scranton from right to left wearing white uniforms. The game tied after 40 minutes. The Checkers have not gone to overtime just yet this season. Checkers win the draw. As Huglin out of the box. So a 5-on-4 for Wilkes-Barre Scranton, abbreviated. Brian Graves behind his own net with Philip Larson setting it up. It's Larson against Black, the 2 goaltenders. Sergei Murashov the night off after a shutout. Look out, Tyler Mott, a steal at the red line. Could have a step. Graves looks to get back. Mott shoots, and a right arm save by Larson into the far corner. Entwistle for Alsher as the Checkers play 4 corners. 35 seconds into the third. 27th shot on net for the Checkers. As Graves, a little bit of a shoulder check. As Skoog, the lone red sweater in. Koivunen for Brose. He'll play it off the boards to himself. Alsher finds it, whips it just in front of the Checkers bench. Stays in play, big clear. Hunter St. Martin standing up in the penalty box. He's got 10 seconds remaining on his minor for interference. Owen Pickering, he'll slide it in deep. Alsher skips it down the ice. St. Martin out of the box. The Checkers a successful on-time electrical penalty kill. Phil Kemp for Raphael Harvey Pinard. He missed his man Sam Poulin. Heward for Cole Krieger. Krieger lifts it down the ice on his side of the red line, but they deem no icing. A couple of Penguins wanted a whistle. Pickering, the second-year pro, 3 points in 6 games for Raphael Harvey Pinard. Down the near wing, Heward trying to find it on his forehand. The Checkers defending. And a steal by Steves. Puck comes into the slot, lifted up by Harvey Pinard, and Heward gets hogtied. Entwistle a steal at the far wing. Here comes Charlotte 2-on-2. Steves gains the attacking line, right wing for Foote. He whips it on net, blocked in front of the goal though. Benning keeps it in right side for Entwistle. Entwistle backdoor pass just missed. Nolan Foote as we'll circle Foote on this shift. The shot from Steves wide of Larson. Havorka strides to the corner and Wanzu with one hand on his stick behind the net for Entwistle, who's double teamed. Scooter Bricky, the left wing. Steves pushed off the puck by Harvey Pinard. Benning for Havorka in front of the penalty box doors. Havorka rams it in around. Anton Lundmark and Jack Devine as one of the referees takes a tumble. Lundmark looking for it. against Imama, who finds the weak side defenseman Graves. Good pressure from Havorka. And Lundmark protects in his own zone. 17-18 left in the third. Imama looking to steal. Benning sweeps it around the wing. Graves shoots, tipped right pad, saved by Cooper Black. A second out of the air, and Black keeps that one out too as Huglin and Clausen combining on that sequence. But Black with a couple of big saves. Graves steps up on Lundmark. Pass intercepted by the Checkers. Janssen able to wind it around. Charlotte goes for a shift change as well. 16:50 left in the third period. Puck is available for Clausen off the high glass. Alscher will take the puck away from Huglin. Alscher curls to the red line. Tipped down by Clausen. Janssen against McDonough. Wilkes-Barre Scranton looking for the puck. McDonough will find it. 16 points in 16 games last year for the Checkers. Phil Kemp from the right side. His shot stirred wide. Danton Heinen needs to be a marked man in this shift, and he has the puck taken away from him by Sandis Vilmanis, who clears it into the right corner. Charlotte in the attacking zone. Pino in behind the net. Skoog on the forecheck against Heinen. And Heinen turns and burns. Leaves it for Phil Kemp. 52 in white, the right shot D-man for Ville Koivunen. And a steal by Heward for Krieger. It's going to be a measured attack from these two teams in a tied game. Wilkes-Barre Scranton has not lost through 6 games this year. 6-0, atop the Atlantic Division, atop the Eastern Conference. Charlotte 3-2 this season, 4th in the Atlantic Division. Alexiev for Ansons. He winds past 2 Checkers, entering the attacking zone. Ansons curls behind the net. Forced wide by Heward. The shot from the line broken down as that was Alexiev's shot turned away from Black. And St. Martin 1-on-2. What a big time this would be if he gets his first pro goal. Chorsky for St. Martin in the left circle. Hurled away by Bros. Whipped around the boards. Kept in by Havorka. Chorsky fakes the shot. He's got room and fires it wide of the goal. Bouncing off the left wing is Mike Benning. Benning without a goal this season. Looks to wrap it in front. Larson with a save. Spun around by the shot coming from Foot. Havorka for Chorsky. His shot blocked by Ansons. Foot, a fresh skater. Held up by Alexiev and Ansons, but Nolan Foot keeps it alive. Swipes it to the right corner while falling. Benning will play it around the net. As Charlotte, another forecheck. This time it's Mott with a steal. Tyler Mott dances in the high slot. 2-2 score. Mott on his backhand. Right goal line. In behind the net. Left circle. It's Devine skating in. He leaves it for Havorka. Left circle Benning. Mike Benning across for Mott. Stopped by Larson. What a save by Philip Larson on Tyler Mott. Puck is thrown all the way down the ice, but it will not be icing as it was ruled to graze Benning's stick. 2-2 game, the speed picking up. It's Jack Devine. Devine 1-on-3, goes past Poulin, far side wing, hits the trailer Janssen. Left side Mott, center in front. Oh, and just whipped wide on the backhand by Steves. Mott right corner. 2-2 score, 13:58 left in the third. Mott has his pocket picked by Kopanen, and Poulin from right to left in whites. He'll send it into the zone, Alscher without a stick. Poulin for Clausen, right circle, he shoots, blocked. A nice play by Devine defensively. And as Alscher can't get it out for Charlotte, he'll steal it another time. And he'll leave it for Janssen. Sauced up the right side. Mott, 2-on-1. Oh, off the stick. Here's Devine. Far side circle away from Pietila. Looking for the trailer off the bench is Heward. He's got 1 goal tonight, looking for more. He looks to center and a chance for Pino. Loose. Heward's got it again. Colton Heward fakes the shot and curls back to the right point. Heward spins it on net. Backhander. Larson with a save. Rebound. Oh, and he kept out the second try, too, as that went off the body of Pino. Skoog in the blue paints will draw a crowd at 6:52. Great action. The Checkers and the Penguins tied it to apiece. Philip Larson, a big stop on Tyler Mott. Keeps us tied. You are listening and watching Charlotte Checkers Hockey on the Charlotte Checkers Media Network.
Hey Checkers fans, this is number 5, Trevor Kerr. We'll be right back with more hockey after this.
Sorry, Mom.
You could clean your car the hard way, or you could go to AutoBell Car Wash and choose the easy way. Pre-purchase your car wash, earn rewards, and skip the line with the AutoBell app. Choose easy. Choose AutoBell.
The Independence Fund, located in Charlotte, North Carolina, and a proud partner of the Charlotte Checkers, is committed to serving the warfighter community by providing innovative programs and services to support the physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual independence of our service members, combat veterans, their caregivers, families, and those allies who served in combat alongside our troops. To support this amazing organization and to learn how to be a hero for a hero, please go to www.independencefund.org.
Hey Checkers fans, this is Ben Steves, number 6. We're back with more Checkers hockey on the Charlotte Checkers Media Network.
Cristiano Simonetta with you at Bojangles Coliseum, a 2-2 game. Checkers and the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins, the second of 2 meetings this weekend. Wilkes-Barre Scranton winning 4-0 last night. The Checkers have adjusted, and it's a 2-2 game. But there's a reason why. The Penguins are 6-0, one of the best teams in the American Hockey League. One of only 2 undefeated clubs, the Grand Rapids Griffins, sitting at 5-0. I should correct myself, Providence still 5-0. Providence plays tomorrow afternoon against Bridgeport. Charlotte on the attack. Devine poked at the deep slot by Phil Kemp. 7 minutes into the third. Devine for Havorka. And now for Benning. He loses his footing for a moment. Havorka does the job and clears it in. And now a shot off the far side from Mott. Really smart play, but it directed off of a Penguin. And away from the vacant cage as Larson was a little slow to get back to his crease. Heinen weak side for Kemp. Koivunen sends it into the defensive zone. Havorka and Lundmark break out for Charlotte. Lundmark will ice the puck at 7:31. Still no Jack Studnicka, unfortunately, after that kneeing penalty. Avery Hayes caught Studnicka, game misconduct for Hayes, so he has not taken a shift since by rule. But Studnicka not on the Checkers bench, which of course is not what you want to see. And if you're a Checkers fan, you just wonder how severe that ailment is for 23 in red. He's a big part of your group, top line center. Shots 30-23 in favor of Charlotte. Wilkes-Barre Scranton in the attacking zone, left point. Bricky, his shot well wide. Devine will slide it down the far side, and this will slow down, so no icing. Charlotte catches a break. Bricky sets up Bros in the defensive zone for the Penguins. We've not seen a goal since the 10-minute and 3-second mark of period 2. Danton Heinen on the power play, assisted by Ville Koivunen and Ryan Graves. Bricky for Alexeyev. This looks like it's going to be icing against Wilkes-Barre Scranton, and it is at 8:01. And if you're listening in on Mixlr, tonight's Checkers Penguins game is FloHockey's Live on Social Game of the Week. So a free-to-watch game across all of FloHockey's social platforms. So jump on that if you want to watch tonight's game. As the AHL hits harder on FloHockey, every game, every goal, every hit. Subscribe now to stream it all live on AHL TV on FloHockey. Cooper Black out of his net to play it up for Ben Steves. Cross ice, Entwistle. Entwistle hits the blue line. Matched by Graves. Entwistle to the near corner. Foot fights through traffic. Right side for Janssen. He shoots. Stick save made by Larson after it was deflected en route by Entwistle. Kept in left point by Alsher. He'll flutter it into the corner. Entwistle, great forecheck. And stolen away by Foot. Nolan Foot, I've been a man on a mission. Alsher shot off the shin pads of Entwistle accidentally. Alsher steps into another one. The rolling puck, he settles it down. Filters it behind the goal line. Ben Steves in the trapezoid out of Bedford, New Hampshire, leading Charlotte with 4 goals this year. He'll throw it across the seam. Janssen will be able to reach it off the half boards. Nice move in behind. Foot braces for impact. Janssen right side. To the near side circle, Foot, Steves, a little two-man game there. Steves, far side goal line, left point. Janssen fakes, shimmies. Steves, great shift for Charlotte in a 2-2 game. Steves' shot blocked into the slot. Graves trying to clear it. He will with the help of Pietila. And Clausen makes a move, gets past the red line, and sifts the puck into the Checkers defensive zone. 10:38 left in the third. Janssen, long pass up ahead the left wing side. Brian Pino got the scoring started 2 minutes into the game for Skoog. Glove down by Ansons, 2-on-2. Maybe a 3-on-2 developing for Wilkes-Barre Scranton. Hughlin right side, pad save by Blake. Rebound! Oh, and somehow kept out. As the chance from Ansons, it was a pass off pad in the form of a shot by Hughlin. Another drive blocked by Heward. And Krieger sticks it away to the corner. Heward for Vilmanis. Krieger joins the rush, hitting the red line, spiraling it around the boards. Pino trying to steal it away from Owen Pickering in a 2-2 tie. He does. Heward, near side goal line, sticked away by Larson and out of play at 10:03. We'll take another break. 2-2, 9:57 left in the third period. You are listening and watching Charlotte Checkers Hockey on the Charlotte Checkers Media Network.
Things you can do to be the envy of the neighborhood.
Get a fancy swimming pool.
Buy an expensive grill.
Be the house with power when everybody's dark.
That last one's a good one.
It's depend-worthy.
On-time electricals generators keep the lights on and your home safe.
Makes the neighbors jealous. Especially that hot shot with the nice lawn. Ooh, that guy drives me crazy.
Whatever your reason is, you know it's depend-worthy.
DependWorthyOnTimeElectrical.com.
Sorry, Mom.
You could clean your car the hard way, or you could go to your neighborhood Autobell car wash. Prepay with the Autobell app and relax while the Autobell team does all the work for you, inside and out. It couldn't be easier. We're fast, thorough, and you can earn My Autobell rewards for qualifying purchases. Choose easy. Choose Autobell. Download the Autobell app, earn rewards, and skip the line when you prepay for your wash.
Hey, Checkers fans. This is number 2, Michael Benning. We're back with more Checkers hockey on the Charlotte Checkers Media Network.
9:57 remaining in period number 3. Cristiano Simonetta with you. It's game time, and at Tucker Furniture, they've been delivering winning comfort for over 70 years. So before you crash on that old couch for the end of the third period, possibly overtime, upgrade your lineup at Tucker Furniture. And here's your power play. Mention this ad and score a $100 Tucker Furniture gift card good through December 31st. Drive a little, save a lot. That's Tucker Furniture, where quality always wins. The Penguins clear this down on net, so no icing. Black swipes it away to the far corner of the defensive zone. Ben Steves tips it ahead for Mackenzie Entwistle. He puts his head down over the blue line, lost the puck. Alexiev, who scored in the first period last night. Entwistle from Steves, foot shoots, blocked in front. Great passing play from those three as this line put together tonight. Some line changes after the 4-0 loss against Wilkes-Barre Scranton as Steves down the right side. Graves lost his footing for a moment. Charlotte changing. Havorka off the bench. He's got the puck. 9:15 remaining in the game. Alexiev for Kopanen. He's run into by Lundmark. Devine trying to direct it in as Devine, Mott, and Lundmark, the trio for Charlotte in this sequence. Koivunen and Kopanen. Say that 3 times fast. Billy Koivunen at center ice for Wilkes-Barre Scranton. Run in too hard by Tyler Mott. It's Devine in behind the net for Miklas Havorka. Exits are going to be magnified here. Black will leave it for Havorka. As both teams can bring pressure. Look out, Benning. Smart to just toss it up ahead and kick by Devine. Left wing side, Anton Lundmark. Left circle, he shoots, and a right shoulder save. That would have been his first goal in the American Hockey League. Mott in front for Devine, hops into the air, settled down by the right skate of Havorka. He lets one go tipped just high by Mott. That may have been a high stick, but the referee ruled that as a legal play. And Charlotte trying to steal with Mott. He grabs it 1-on-3. But he is gassed at the end of a shift. Pickering separated him. And the Penguins lift it into the Checkers defensive zone. They'll be Alsher curling back. 8 minutes left in the third. I've liked his game tonight. Alsher left wing for Vilmanis. Alsher following up, far circle. Eric Alsher in the corner. Tape to tape for Vilmanis in front off the stick of Larson, and look out. Here come the Penguins 3-on-2. Fanning on the pass, though, is Poulin, who had some players in transition. Graves at his own blue line, tipped in by Clausen. It'll be Janssen along the backboards, needing some help from Alsher. 7:32 left in the third. The Penguins have it out of a scrum. Right side, Pietila, he fires! Missed the near side, may have rang the post, but wide of Cooper Black. Then chipped down the ice by Charlotte, icing on the home team at 12:39 as we hope to get another look on that shot by Pietila. Chase Pietila, no pro goals. Spent 2 years at Michigan Tech. Led Wilkes-Barre Scranton coming into the weekend in plus-minus. He is a responsible defenseman. But he's a -1 tonight. Eating up a lot of minutes for Kirk McDonald's club. Loud building here in Charlotte. Alexeyev trying to silence it. A one-timer across from McDonough. Stifled by the stick of Ludvig Janssen. Skoog couldn't clear. Koppanen and Skoog at the far wing of the Checkers defensive zone. Lifted to center. This is a hand pass, and that is a good break for Charlotte as they can change. Alexeyev visibly frustrated with Kemp. A whistle at 12:54. We check in on the big club. The Florida Panthers up 2-0 over the Vegas Golden Knights in the third period in Sunrise. Cole Schwint scoring his first goal with the Panthers. Kai Schwint's older brother, of course, Kai scoring his first American Hockey League goal with the Checkers last weekend against Iowa in this building. Here's Cole Krieger. His pass in the far goal line. He'll get a second chance to clear. Takes a hack, moves it for Hunter St. Martin. At the red line, stabbed back for Colton Eward. His first AHL goal in the second period tonight. 6:40 to go in the third. Larson uses some elevation. Shorsky looking to wind it around. Kept in by Devine. St. Martin shoots, blocked in front by Alexeyev. Alexeyev and Kemp were sliding in front of Larson to keep that away. Knocked back to Charlotte's side of center. Mike Benning. His third year as a pro, his third year in Charlotte for St. Martin, who gets a stick on it, so no icing. Pietila, bad pass, picked off by Havorka. The Checkers in the attacking zone. 2-2, 6:05 to play. Pietila run into by Entwistle at the left wing. Nolan Foote for Entwistle at the goal line. Can they get to the interior? Entwistle, nice pass. Steve shoots. He missed the net. Larson, I don't believe, ever saw it. Here's Havorka, right circle. Up high for Benning. Benning for Havorka. To the goal line. Steves. They'll settle the rolling puck. Dish it for Havorka. Benning, one-timer, blocked in front. And looped away from him, and look out. The Penguins could have a rush, but Benning gets back defensively as blocking that shot was Imama. Havorka with a hefty slash. 5:30 left in the third period. No penalties here being called. As the puck is thrown from the left side by Poulin, wide of Black, and sliced down the other end. Ben Steves could have a step against Graves. Left circle, Steves poked off by Ryan Graves. Steves works him over on the left side. Stolen away. Vilmanis trying to find Steves. And Vilmanis looking to locate as well. Alsher, a pickoff at neutral ice. Puck bouncing everywhere on Charlotte and Wilkes-Barre Scranton. Under 5 minutes to go in the third. Wilmer Skoog grabs it left wing. Janssen on his offside. He'll wrap it in behind. Skoog couldn't grab it. Alsher has to be careful. A Penguin is cherry picking. That was Koivunen, delayed offside. Grabbed by Janssen. A pass for Pino. He's got Skoog in the slot. Wilmer Skoog backhander right arm save by Philip Larson at 15:24. That would have been a phenomenal addition to Skoog's nights, as he has 2 assists already. Pino for Skoog. Larson shuts the door. We'll be back. 4:36 remaining in the third. You don't want to miss the final 4.5 to go of regulation. You are listening and watching Charlotte Checkers Hockey on the Charlotte Checkers Media Network.
The Independence Fund, located in Charlotte, North Carolina, and a proud partner of the Charlotte Checkers, is committed to serving the warfighter community by providing innovative programs and services to support the physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual independence of our service members, combat veterans, their caregivers, families, and those allies who served in combat alongside our troops. To support this amazing organization and to learn how to be a hero for a hero, please go to www.independencefund.org.
It might be hiding in the basement, maybe in the back of a closet.
Is this going to be another joke about me?
It's really old.
Here it comes.
I'm talking about your panel box.
Really?
Really. That box with the breakers doesn't get much thought, but it's gotta be depend-worthy.
On Time Electrical wants you safe.
Let us check it out so you're sure it's working right.
Really? No joke about me?
Love you, Dad.
DependAworthyOnTimeElectrical.com.
Hey Checkers fans, this is number 18, Mackenzie Entwistle. And you're listening to Checkers Hockey on the Charlotte Checkers Media Network.
4:36 to go in the third. 2-2 game, anybody's game between the Checkers and the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins. Cristiano Simonetta with you on FloHockey, courtesy of AHL TV and Mixler on the Charlotte Checkers Media Network. Brian Pino, a big game for him. Goal and an assist. Charlotte will need more as they're locked up 2-2 against the best team in the American Hockey League. Pino through center ice. Pickering, his pass off the blade of Vilmanis, so it stays in the Charlotte offensive zone. Vilmanis in the slot. Pino's blocked. I mean, again, how many blocks are the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins going to have in this game as Kemp taking that chance away? Vilmanis down the right side. Larson lifts it away from danger. Harvey Pinard down the near wing. Benning against Brose. Two players with great speed. Brose loses his footing. Benning up the ice, picked off, and then touched by Brose offside after the feed from Graves at 16-12. Neither team has entered overtime this season. Again, we're 3 minutes and 48 seconds away from that conversation. Face-off back at center ice. The Penguins with control. Pietila, no-look pass. Koivunen gets a blade on it. Now it's Black behind his net. Benning for Nolan Foote. Tipped for Mackenzie Entwistle. He leaves it for Foote. Nolan Foote over the blue line, 1-on-3, but stripped by Danton Heinen. Graves stops up in his own zone. 3:23 left in the third. The Checkers measured in their defensive approach as Foote will direct it to the Wilkes-Barre Scranton blue line. Both these teams not wanting to necessarily take a chance right away. It's going to be cleared in by Wilkes-Barre Scranton icing. I mean, that is just something you can't do under 3 minutes left in the third. And you have to be crisp with your passes. Some tired Penguins. Graves has been out there for quite some time. Face off to the left of Philip Larson. Brett Chorsky on the face off. Chorsky wins it. Devine spits it for Janssen. He'll wander to the right corner. Brose looking to locate. To the right side, Devine to jam it around. Brose and Devine, college teammates at Denver. Pietila in his own zone. Can't clear. Kicked at by Devine. Sent up the near wall by Aiden McDonough. And Brose will just clear this down as Ansons soccers it underneath the goal line. The Checkers have to be careful here. Look out, a shot from the far side, stopped by Black. Hack and whack time in the slot, kept in by Kemp. Left point for Alexeyev. Wilkes-Barre Scranton trying to take the lead. Blocked by Devine. Chorsky will loft it down the ice and get off for a change. 2:07 Left in the third period. Poulin for Ansons. Poked at and battled for. Pino 3-on-2. Brian Pino, far side Skoog. Spinorama deflected wide of the goal. That would have been a highlight reel tally for Wilmer Skoog, who's been great tonight. Ewert at his own line. 1:48 left in the third period. Cole Krieger directs it around the boards. Pino right side. Skoog checks the puck away from his man. Pino spirals it towards the goal line. Skoog in the trapezoid. Wilmer Skoog paws it to himself. 90 seconds left in regulation. 2-2 tie. The Checkers on defense here, though, as Clausen for Koponen. Centered on net. Patted away by Black. Moved to the near wing. Pickering. Raphael Harvey Pinard did not play last night. For Pickering, left point, sends it on. Easy kick save for Black. And Ewert will loft it high, and Pickering plays it with his hand. It's a hand pass. Oh, wow, a whistle. 1:07 left in the third period. A hand pass on Wilkes-Barre Scranton. That rule can be a little confusing at times because Pickering could have done that same motion with his hand if he was in his defensive zone to play it ahead. Because he was in the offensive zone, they rule it a hand pass. If you glove it down, catch it, glove it down, drop it, that's different. 67 seconds left at the Coliseum in a 2-2 game in the third period. 1 minute remaining. Wilkes-Barre Scranton on it with McDonough, and now Heinen. Dangerous shift here. Havorka couldn't steal it away. It's Heinen, the AHL's leading scorer, stopping and starting on Entwistle. In the far goal line, Heinen trying to wrap to his forehand. Great defense by Entwistle, who crunches him along the near side boards and knocks him down. Koivunen plastered into the far side by Benning, who lifts it up ahead for Nolan Foote. 2-on-2 for Charlotte. 30 seconds left in regulation. Ben Steeves down the right wing side. Foote in the right corner. Charlotte in the O-zone. 2-2 game. Havorka, Benning slaps one. Left pad saved by Larson. He read that at the last moment and was able to fight it off. 20 seconds left in regulation. Havorka for Steeves. He'll shoot it into the glove of Larson. Larson will get rid of it, but the whistle already came. 13-15. Or 13.5, I should say, remaining in the third. Under 14 seconds remaining in regulation. Mike Benning with a slap shot from the left side, turned aside by Philip Larson. Shots on goal, 33 for the Checkers, 28 for the Penguins. Charlotte with an offensive zone draw. Both teams can change, and they have. It's Pino, Skoog, Devine, Janssen, and Alscher. Puck dropped unfairly. We will reset. Pino and Koponen are ready. Skoog works at left point for Alscher. Goes swinging around, but it's blocked. Tristan Bros the other way. 5 seconds to go. Alscher finds it in his own end. He's hooked. He'll try and eat the rest of the period. 2 seconds and one. And for the first time this season, the Checkers are headed to overtime. Charlotte was 6-3 in overtime in the 2024-25 regular season. Wilkes-Barre Scranton was 5-7. Both teams pick up a point. We'll see who can secure the extra one. A quick scrape of the ice, but that's all we'll get. 3-on-3 overtime. The Checkers and the Penguins. Charlotte looking to split the weekend. Wilkes-Barre Scranton already with 3 out of a possible 4 points. On Hispanic Heritage Night, the energy brought. Charlotte trying to take this home. The unbeaten Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins against the Charlotte Checkers, 2-2. Cooper Black has made some really big saves, as has Philip Larson. We'll circle Nolan Foote before this overtime period. 1 goal on the season. He scored 18 last year, but he has been motivated. He's possessing the puck well. He's fighting away through traffic. 5 minutes of 3-on-3 OT. If we do not have a goal after 5 minutes, we will head to a shootout. The Checkers will go from right to left. The Penguins from left to right. Possession, a huge part of 3-on-3 overtime. And sometimes it's about waiting out your opponent and striking on your first chance that you get, because you may not get a second or a third. We're so happy you've tuned in on the Charlotte Checkers Media Network. Cristiano Simonetta with you at Bojangles Coliseum. The teams are ready. Koivunen, Heinen, and Pickering for the Penguins. Pino, Vilmanis, and Benning for Charlotte. Face-off controlled by Wilkes-Barre Scranton. They'll have the first possession. Pickering dances back into his own zone. It's Heinen, one-on-one against Benning. He'll start up the accelerator. And Heinen curving through neutral ice. In front of the player benches, 20 seconds into 5-minute 3-on-3 overtime and a 2-2 score. They'll leave it for Pickering, as Heinen and Benning are the only players in the neutral zone. The play being drawn up. Here's Heinen taking Benning wide and then stopping up for Pickering. The Penguins with possession, 40 seconds into OT. Owen Pickering in the attacking zone. To the near side, Ville Koivunen, and so many dangerous players for Wilkes-Barre Scranton. And again, I mentioned possession. Look out, a saucer pass intercepted by Sandis Vilmanis. Off the bench came Bros. Vilmanis 1-on-3 into the attacking zone. Sandis Vilmanis left circle. Lost the puck and then got it back. They'll push it out to center ice. Charlotte changing. It's Skoog going wide on McDonough. Left circle. Wilmer Skoog looking to drop it back for Devine, who wisely pulls it to the middle. 3:44 left in overtime. It's Jack Devine. Devine curving against 3 Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins near goal line. Jack Devine around the net. Charlotte in the attacking zone. Devine left circle. Turning to his forehand. Great defense from both these clubs. No shots on overtime just yet. It's Skoog carving again. Left circle Devine broken up by Ryan Graves. And here come the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins. Bros in the high slot shoots. Blocker saved by Cooper Black as Bros danced around Janssen to snap off a quick shot. Here's Devine. His teammates changing. Nolan Foote off the bench, as is Colton Heward. Heward left wing for Foote. 2-2, 3-on-3 overtime. Foote shoots, blocked. Second chance, forked away by Wilkes-Barre Scranton. Good block by Alex Alexeyev. And Heward, who scored his first pro goal in the second period, could he be the hero in overtime? Nothing open as Koponen covers the ice well. Heward for Foote. Ben Steeves also out there for Charlotte. Foote hits the attacking line and fires it wide to the blocker side of Larson. A hard hit in the near wing. Steeves trying to grab it. He goes head over heels and a 2-on-1 for the Penguins down the right wing side. But Alexeyev couldn't handle the pass. Got it for Koponen. Blocked away by Benning, but poked by Koponen for Alexeyev. Foote comes off the ice. Wilkes-Barre Scranton changes 2 players. It's Entwistle, Steeves, and Benning with 2:12 left in overtime for Charlotte. Ville Koivunen over the center ice logo, drops for Danton Heinen. Heinen away from Entwistle. Far side circle, Benning is on him. Heinen off the boards to himself, lifts the stick of Benning in the left corner. Benning grabs at him, tries to hold the puck along the boards. Heinen poked, he still fights through it. Benning, a great defensive play, scooped up by Steeves, who ramps around the back of the goal. Stopped up though. Wilkes-Barre Scranton with the puck. Heinen behind his own net, or rather behind the net of Cooper Black. Benning will steal, saucers up. Intercepted by Pickering, kept in the zone, 2-on-1. Here's a chance for Koivunen, he scores! Ville Koivunen at 3:28 of overtime. The extra point as the Penguins remain undefeated, 7-0. Koivunen with 2 goals on the weekend at the near side dot, fires it past the blocker side of Black. Wilkes-Barre Scranton 3, Charlotte 2. A tough game for the Checkers as they lost Jack Studnicka in the second period to a lower body injury. He did not return. They fall in overtime to the Penguins. Koivunen's 4th of the year at .331. Charlotte trying to get the puck out with a long stretch pass. It was kept in the zone, and Koivunen picked his spot and picked a corner. Koivunen, the OT GWG. Wilmer Skoog, a great game from him. Brian Pino as well. Cooper Black stops 27 of 30 in the OT loss. Charlotte drops to 3-2-1 on the season. Wilkes-Barre Scranton 7-0 atop the American Hockey League. Philip Larson with the victory. He makes 32 of 34. We'll see you in Hartford, Connecticut as the Checkers take on the Hartford Wolfpack Wednesday, October 29, 7 p.m. on the road. We'll have coverage of that game courtesy of the Charlotte Checkers Media Network. For all of us here at Bojangles Coliseum, the final, Wilkes-Barre Scranton 3, Charlotte 2 in overtime.